I'm your Welcome 23, you're joining me for Blades of Light and Shadow, Chapter 7, The Deadwood. After a week, after you set sail from the Cursed Isle, you find yourself encamped at the border of Deadwood, a massive, sprawling forest. Your party relaxes around a campfire, even as the trees loom dark and ominous ahead. Mal tells a story of one of his adventures. So, I got out, but the Contista wasn't going to be very happy with that, let me tell you. I had to lose the necklace again in the card game, and of course every hand they dealt me was a winner. Finally, I just flipped the table over and ran. But what about the real necklace? Oh, I went back to the manor house, seduced the Contessa, and stole it back. Naturally, I always get the job done in the end. How many of your stories rely on you seducing a Contessa? Because this is at least the third one. They're good stories.
That's what I like about you, Mal. By wit or your dumb luck, things always seem to work out for you.
My luck is highly educated, I'll have you know. You do know that doesn't make sense, right? You can't just say words with that furry little smirk and hope no one notices. I mean, you can't... Mal reaches into his pack and tosses Threp a dried fish. Threp stares at it, and at Mal, and rolls of his eyes, and snatches it and rushes off to eat. Knew that would shut you up. What about you, kid? Got any fun stories? Well, there was a time, Cade tried to steal a pie. We were only 10 and 12, mind you, but I probably should have known better. But Cade and I had been out scavenging in the forest all day. We were exhausted. The pie looked like a slice of heaven. It was sitting in the open window of one of the cottages on the path back to town. No one around. So I convinced Cade to run up and snatch it real quick. Rain, you didn't. Except we didn't realize that the cottage was guarded by a vicious, giant, bloodthirsty goose. No, they're the worst. Nod to the goose game. That monster chased us halfway back to town, screeching and hissing, trying to peck our eyes out. Cade tripped over a root, still holding the pie, and landed face first in the dish. And that's when we realized it was an eel pie, and not an apple pie like we'd hoped. Eel pie? That sounds horrible. The goose didn't care, though. It charged up on Cade, and we had to fling fistfuls of pie at it to escape.
Now that's my kind of adventure.
Can we go back to the part where Tyrrell is afraid of geese?
I'm not afraid of geese. I just loathe them. Filthy, squawking, dung-spewing white devils with beady little eyes.
I feel like we're unpacking some deep childhood trauma.
I hate them.
Tora unearths another flask of strong ale from her bag and passes it around.
You lot aren't so bad, you know? We're a bunch of humans and elves.
Yeah, I can't complain. Not that the brigands and mercenaries I usually get stuck with on a job are hard to beat. I'm just thrilled to finally see the world and with such amazing company.
If I must be saddled with others on a quest, I suppose it could be worse.
The elbows at Tyrrell with a grin. Admit it, you like us.
I find your company tolerable.
Wow, that is practically a marriage proposal coming from you. Flirt with him. You don't have to propose to me if you don't want to fool around, Tyrrell.
Mal and Tora howl with laughter while Tyrrell turns a deep violet. I will keep that in mind.
Ah, so he has a sense of humor after all. That he actually likes you, Rain. I guess we'll find out.
Tyrrell clears his throat.
All nonsense aside, we need to discuss how we're going to make our way into Undermount. What do you mean? The map says we're only a few days away from it now. Going strictly by road, yes, but if you haven't noticed, we're on the edge of Deadwood. The next few days' travel would take us straight through the Deadwood's heart. Well, with a name like Deadwood, how could it go wrong? Tyrrell shoots him a withering look. There isn't some sort of path we could take?
It's the only way to Undermount now, a sprawling dense forest teeming with all kinds of horrifying creatures. Sounds like my kind of place. When do we start?
At sunrise. We want to travel in as much daylight as possible. Will that actually keep the monsters at bay? No, but it'll make it easier to see them coming.
Real assuring.
At sunrise, you pack up your belongings and head into the fearsome Deadwood. And decide what to wear on your next step of adventure. Like I care. Pixelberry didn't even attempt that outfit this time. Dead gray trees twist their leafless branches into a thick canopy overhead, blocking out the sun. Oof, we needed this on a couple of the scary books. I can feel the sorrow weighing down these lands. The light's hold here is very tenuous. What happened to this place? Was it always like this, Tyrrell? At the height of Zhao's empire, it was a beautiful forest and a safe haven for the more sylvan elves. But the Shadow's cult venomous actions changed all that. Such a waste. It would take an incredible amount of magic to cleanse these lands. Certainly more magic than I can ever wield. Path winds through the rocky outcroppings and past thick brambles with razor-like thorns. Ouch, I think I'm stuck. Without you noticing, a knotted purple vine has entangled your arm. You pull, but it doesn't budge. Hang tight, kid. Mal moves close to help you and unhook your clothing from the needly vine. Almost got it. Damn. What's the matter? I, seem to be caught, too. Mal looks down sheepishly at the vine wrapping around his leg. If you wanted to tie me up, you could have just said so. Surely you can use those nimble thief fingers of yours to get us free. Gods, kid. Only you would use us being caught in a bramble bush to flirt. Only you would like it. Yeah, well, I didn't realize getting this close to you would be quite so painful. Seriously though, any idea what we do here? Because this is kind of funny, but also I'm not loving how these vines are moving. Glance down and see he's right. The vines are writhing, tightening, and you feel pain start to course through your arm. Okay, so call for help, cut the vines off. Cut them. Even though this always ends bad in every single thing we've ever seen, like Pagemaster, but here we go. You draw your sword, but as soon as the blade touches the vine, it tightens hard, crushing your arm. What the hell? Hearing your scream, the others come running over. Tyrrell's brow furrows. Pythonus vines, very dangerous. Tell me you didn't try to cut them. It seemed like a good idea at the time. They've just started constricting, but if we don't get you out, they'll crush your limbs to paste. Wait, what?
This right there? This is why I don't go on land.
Hero closes his eyes, extending 2 fingers. As a crackle of tiny jolt of magic shoots out, striking the vines. They hiss and retract, freeing you and Mal. Well, hey, look at that. The elf came in handy. You step away, but your arm still aches. Thanks, Tyrrell. Just be more careful in the future. The group walks on as the forest around you draws darker, stiller, eerier. In a quiet moment, Nia presses alongside you, looking around nervously. Rain, I might be imagining things, but I feel like something's watching us. You mean besides the creepy vines that crush your limbs to paste? Honestly, yes. I keep seeing movement out of the corner of my eyes. Shifting shadows up in the trees. Yeah, you're creeping me out a little. I'm sorry. It's probably nothing. It's just... I've never been in a place like this before, and... Just then, something skithers out of by overhead. Nia leaps towards you. You catch her in your arm. You see that? Yeah, I'm not sure, but I should probably keep holding you. Are you... Is this really the time for that? I mean, when isn't it? For seeing how cute you get when I flirt, it's always the time. Grin at Nia and pull her closer towards you, and tilt your forehead against hers. Don't worry, I'll keep you safe. With your one arm, Nia's cheeks darken, and she squeezes your arm again before letting go. I'd like that very much. Suddenly, there's a rustling in the underbrush, and several small creatures dart out. Oh, I want one. Can I have one? I want a pet. Ah, Lepna. Watch out, they come in hordes. The creatures dart towards you with shocking speed and a catacomb of angry squeaks. Throw a rock. Try to pet one. Shoot an arrow. I just want to pet one. Throw a rock. You grab a heavy rock and hurl, perfectly nailing a Lapna in the head. Good throw, kid. Remarkable aim. All in the wrist. Together, you and your companions keep fighting, and soon the Lapna are repelled. Lapna are far from fearsome, but their numbers make them pesky little beasts, and the noise usually draws larger creatures. Rain, just what we need. Were those Lapna what you saw a moment ago, Nia? I'm not sure. I thought what I saw was larger. It still feels like something's watching us. If so, it's keeping its distance. For now, let's keep moving and stay alert. After a few more hours travel uphill, the road starts to level off. Look, I think there's a clearing up ahead. Careful, that may not be such a blessing. Weak sunlight filters through the clouds overhead, revealing a gap in the trees and an abandoned campsite. Blood in the air, I smell it. Look, a caravan! As you move closer, you spot a handful of wooden caravan wagons hunkering in the clearing. Some of the wagons are on their side. They've been overturned, smashed open, like someone raided them. Right. I'm going to take a closer look. Move closer, skirting the edge of the caravan. Some of the wagon doors hang loose on the hinges, and rumpled curtains loll from the windows. They were nice wagons, too. Look at the gold filigree and carvings. Maybe they were hit by bandits? I don't think so. If you're a bandit, you typically would take the gold. You prise the loose door from the caravan, revealing glittering sacks of gold and bolts of silk. Why would you leave this behind? Why would we leave it behind? More importantly, if bandits killed whoever was in the wagon, where the hell are the bodies? New theory. Something spooked the people so bad they ran off and left their wagons behind. Scared them off, or took them prisoner. Yeah, this just gets worse and worse. Let's get out of here before you guys start imagining the Dreadlord himself. Ooh, where? The companions look at each other uneasily. Inspire them. Come on. Are we some traveling band of merchants, or are we the group who's going to take down the Shadow Court? We're all the strongest and bravest people I've ever met. Whatever's lurking in the forest, we can take it. You see the others nod with appreciation, inspired by your words. Damn right. I've killed a kraken with my bare hands. Let this forest do its worst. I swore an oath to purge the darkness. This place is no exception. We're blessed by the light. Let the darkness try. Besides, nothing here can be as scary as when I had to face the Contessa of Umber after she found out I seduced her sister, the Contessa of Gith. Would you drop it with the Contessas? You ran the moonlight and spirits lifted. Whoever's lurking out there in the shadows, well, deal with it. Let's keep moving. You start to move on when Nia's satchel stirs, and a familiar head pokes out. Well, the great Nesper finally stirs. I can't help my sleep habits, I'm nocturnal. You sleep at night, constantly. I'm adorable? I mean, he is. Regardless, Threp, we're kind of having an intense moment here. I know, but something stirred me awake. He hops out of the satchel and looks around the caravan, sniffing. I sense something. Someone fled into the woods that way, carrying something of great value. Great value in this chest here? Now I'm interested. Getting dark, we need to prepare camp, not going on some wild goose chase. This isn't some kind of trinket. What I'm sensing has power, magic, something ancient, and not far from here. I must confess I'm fiendishly interested in this. I must know what it is. You do know what curiosity did to the cat, right? I find that expression deeply offensive! Okay, I'm in. Let's go get this magical whatever. materials right. I think we should be setting up camp before night falls.
A compromise then. The cat and I'll go check it out, and the rest of you make camp. Rain can join us. Oh, I would be most amenable to that. What do you say, Rain? You in?
The side quest is a chance to explore the Deadwood with Mal, discover a powerful relic, and meet a truly admirable creature that will bring out an unexpected side of threat. He's gonna flirt. Side quest, an old friend. He's probably gonna flirt. I'm in. Let's take a quick look for this magical relic. We'll be back before you know it.
I don't like it, but be careful. When am I not?
Together you, Mal, and Threp head off as the others begin setting up camp. Threp scurries up onto your shoulder as you push through the trees, smiling rakishly back at Mal as he lags behind. Come on, hotshot, keep up.
Of course. Can't have you rushing off ahead and getting ambushed by another of these spooky shadow monsters.
You think she really saw something besides those Lapna?
Could've. I come across stranger things lurking in dark corners in my day. Nothing can't wriggle out of it, if you're worried.
You're saying that nothing in these woods scares you?
Please, the things in this forest should be scared of me.
Oh yes, I'm sure your routine of running away at the first sign of danger will certainly inspire fear in the shadowy hellions of the deep.
And you think they'll be scared of a snarky little house cat like yourself? Maybe they'd at least have respect for an ancient and noble being unlike yourself. Ah, the widow kitty's tail's all buffed up.
Thrap's tail swishes back and forth sharply and he licks a paw imperiously.
May I remind you that I am a Nesper imbued with nearly 2 millennia of wisdom, from a far more glorious age than you can even imagine. You know, I think you've mentioned it a time or two.
Okay, we get it. Threp, you're impressive. Mal, you're bold and intimidating adventure. But I'd like to know... what was it like back then, Threp?
Oh, for what? Everyone universally adored and revered the Nesper. Yeah, you were practically a god. Whatever. Magic was everywhere. It wasn't something to be feared or kept in reserve, it was just part of the tapestry. Like the perfect sunset, unimaginably beautiful if you've never seen one, but easy to overlook if you take it for granted.
I bet Nia would have loved to see that world.
Yes, well, because some people wanted to hoard that free, wild magic. It never existed again. Not like it was.
Oh, Thrap, I guess I never realized how much you missed it, the way things used to be.
It's not that bad. It's the only Nesper left. Once I get the ball rolling on the hero worship, I'll get all the reverence and adoration to myself.
While you're working on that, we can all work on making the world just a little bit better. If he's less Nesper, if he mates with a house cat, can we make more half-breed Nespers? These questions to be considered.
Speak for yourself. I'm just gonna make the world a little bit better for me. Shh, we're close.
The trees part, revealing a delicate, magical glow. Lights sparkle from the trees, and a gentle mist hangs over the ground.
There.
Lying in the center of the grove is an elegant dagger, pulsing with magical energy.
A magical dagger. Don't mind if I do.
But as he approaches the dagger, a low growl sounds from a nearby bush.
Or none.
Mal jerks back just as the creature emerges. Oh, hey, they get to reuse you. What is that? The creature paces to the dagger, protectively baring its fangs.
I've seen them in White Tower. Pets for the wealthiest and most powerful nobles. The worst of the worst. A fox spur.
The creature's eyes light on Thrap, and a low voice emanates from its jaws. Well, a Nesper. I thought we'd seen the last of your kind.
Hang on, the dog talks too.
I am not a dog, I'm a fox spur. A noble hound, friend of elves and men.
Ah, please. Foxspurs are crude and unrefined beasts. There's nothing noble about you.
Oh, and you're so great? Aren't you supposed to be dead?
We have the decency to die with the elves, not grovel before the first master who came along.
Decency to die. Do you even hear yourself, Fleabag?
How dare!
Mal leans over, whispering in your ear.
Did I suffer a head injury earlier, or are you seeing this too?
No, I'm seeing it, but I don't believe...
Ah, damn, they're going at it.
Grab tackles the Voxbird to the ground. They roll around in the chorus of hisses and snarls. Just stay out of this one.
Right, they're gonna tear each other apart. We gotta do something.
Hey, wanna set a claws to the face?
Where were you when the Empire fell, Licking yourselves and chasing squirrels?
Brett bats the Voxer away from it, and the canine creature bares its teeth in a low growl. We were fighting on the fields of battle with the greatest warriors. Where were you? Curled up with a bowl of milk? Brett flutters out of the Voxer's reach, hissing furiously, teeth and claws bared.
You know what? I don't really want to set a claws to the face. Good thinking, Rain. Spare me the warrior prattle. Everyone knows Voxbursts just follow whoever's around to give an order. For all I know, you survived because you took orders from the Shadow Court.
You mangy runt. Get back down here, I'm going to wring your neck.
Alright, as hilarious as this is, we have a camp to get to. You dog thing, what's with the dagger? Can we have it?
The dagger belongs to my master, Lord Joffrey of Whitetower, his most prized possession. I held on to it when we were attacked. Oh, this Voxbur was with the Caravan.
Losing the master but saving the dagger. Classic Voxbur. What exactly were you attacked by?
I'm not sure. They came from the trees, scaly, chittering, couldn't see much else. They came fast and vicious, hurled me into the brush. By the time I came to, my master was gone. That's not comforting.
Right then, about that dagger. Back off, brigand!
Throws a stick. Grab a long stick and throw it into the forest.
You really? The nerve!
The growl, the Voxbur runs off and grabs the stick and brings it back. He drops it at your feet with a roll of his eyes. By the laws of the old pact forged between man and beast, you have played with me. I now owe you a boon.
What? Really? Like, the dagger?
If you desire, it is yours. Oh my god, this is stupid. The Voxbur walks over, picks a dagger up in his teeth, and drops it at Mal's feet. Thrap mutters out of the corner of his mouth. And this is why cats are superior creatures.
Voxbur's really, how simple can you get?
Voxbur backs away, looking at you with a sadness in its eyes. May I ask one favor? If you encounter the creature that killed my master, can you use this dagger to avenge him?
Sure, sounds fair to me.
Do you swear it? He swears them. Swear on the old gods and the new. On Annalise and Nithrix. On Kelper and Valorn. At hearing the names, the anger fades from Thrap's expression. He steps forward, head bowed reverently, and speaks in unison.
On Nefarin Velor, Utorin Bak She,
on Alora and Zaius, and Midis,
and the Mother of Grey and the stars above.
Delora na Torith.
Vindo na Tolith.
The two animals stare at each other for a moment, and then the Voxbur drops his head. The dagger is yours.
Thank you.
Awkward silence lingers over the clearing, then Thrap clears his throat.
If you'd like, you can travel with us for a time.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm on a journey of my own, honoring my master's last request.
Are you sure?
I am. The two animals come together, sniffing gently, noses touching.
It's good to hear someone tweak the old tongue again.
Agreed. Even if it was a mangy Nesper.
Why, you...
With a laugh, the Voxbur bounds off. Mal lets a moment hang, just barely, and then bends down to pick up the dagger.
Now this is what I'm talking about.
Take it. You got the magical dagger.
Magically sharpened steel that never dulls. Perfect balance. An edge that can cut through glass.
Mal tucks it into his belt. Oh, mother! It said I got the dagger, but he has it.
Oh yeah, this'll come in real handy.
Should we get back to the camp?
Yes, it's time.
The three of you turn to walk back towards the others. As you do, you glance at Threp, who flutters on your shoulder. Hey, Threp, what you sensed out there that you were drawn to, was it the dagger or was it the Voxper? Threp doesn't answer, but his expression says it all. For one moment, it almost looks like he's tearing up.
I hope he's okay out there.
Me too. You push through the trees, returning to the others who are beginning to set up camp. Did you find anything?
A weapon. And an old friend.
Right then, someone's going to have to keep watch.
What about, you, all-hardened warrior of the seas? Are you itching for a fight?
Yes, well, I'm itching for some sleep. Maybe we could keep watch. Together. And what exactly did you have in mind? You, me, side by side, huddled together in the dark. Oh, you have no idea what I'm like in the dark.
Does any hear familiar rustle? Another horde of Lapna comes bursting into the campsite. Oh, come on! I told you they were pesky, did I not?
Your friends draw their weapons as the Lapna charge once again. Throw sacks of gold at them, chuck them back in the forest, make them leave us alone. Huh. Leave us alone.
You chuck heavy sacks of gold from the wagon, but the Lapna avoid them with ease.
Yes, you're chucking heavy sacks of gold. Chuck a couple rocks.
Rain, no, you'll lose all the gold!
Mal slashes at the Lapna that start tearing open the best sacks when you feel a spark of magic in the air.
Leave narrow, show no mercy.
The Lapna take one look at the flame in Tyrell's palm and then scurry back into the forest.
They won't be gone for long. Alright, change your plans. I'm not sleeping out here. So many Lapna can gnaw my face off during the night. Actually, we might be in luck.
Joe gestures towards a small stone resting at the entrance to an overgrown trail.
The caravan on the stone, it's a symbol in Elvish for refuge. There might be an old hunting lodge here once.
But it wouldn't still be standing, would it?
Anything's better than sleeping out in the open.
He leads you down the trail, hacking through the dense vines and twisted branches with a sword.
I'll be damned.
The trees part to reveal the old lodge in decent, if not stellar, shape. Wood beams and mossy stones form the building's frame. Look, the Deadwood's decay hasn't touched the ground around it. As your party moves closer, you see what she means. Stubborn shoots of green grass poke through the ashy, dry earth, and even the gnarled trees are bent away from the lodge. There must be an ancient protective magic cast on these grounds. Let's hope it'll keep us safe through the night. Tyrell leads you into the lodge, though it's in decent shape. The inside is gloomy and worn down. The air feels so heavy in here, like a sorrow that can't be lifted.
Someone's been reading too much poetry.
A massive hearth stands in the center of the lodge's great hall. A few sooty smears, the only evidence it's ever been used.
It looks like there are several rooms branching off the main hall. Nothing fancy, but at least it's shelter.
Are you kidding? You could fit Cade's and my rooms back and rooming inside that fireplace alone. This'll do just fine.
I'll be taking that room furthest from the front door, just in case we get any unexpected guests in the night.
The others poke around the lodge, claiming their rooms, but you notice something hanging on the mantel, thickly shrouded in dust. Huh? You head over to the mantel and wipe away the grime, revealing an elegantly carved wooden longbow. Whoa, an ancient elven hunting bow.
The bow of Galderian. Incredibly powerful, precise, a true weapon of power. There were only 100 made. Surprising to see one here.
He sees the awe in which you stare at it.
You should take it, if you want.
Are you sure?
It was left here to be found, which means it was your destiny to find it. The bow is a legendary weapon. Collect it to replace your regular bow's weapon. Collect all the legendary weapons to enhance your fighting skills and earn bonus experience. Looks nice. Looks very elven. You gently ease the bow down from its display and turn it over in your hands. The thin carvings depict an idyllic forest scene, complete with prancing deer, lush waterfalls, and bright blossoming trees. It's beautiful. You test the bow's heft and check the notches for the bowstring. It's in remarkably good condition and feels perfectly molded to your grip. We basically are not leveling at all this chapter, probably. Like, we're 250 XP away. I'll take it, but I don't really know how to use it. There's always time to learn. With a shrug, you add the bow to your gear. You've collected the Galdorian's bow. But you'll have to unlock the bow's skill to use it. Maybe with this bow's help, we can restore the woods to their former beauty. Your companions rejoin you in the great room. Nia kneels down before the fireplace. We should probably gather some firewood before it gets any darker. Nia presses her palms together and whispers under her breath. When she pulls her hands apart, a spark leaps out into the earth. There. Problem solved. A soft golden glow washes over the lodge. Though there are no logs burning, the room feels warmer and more inviting. Ah, that's what I need to warm my bones. Thanks, priestess. Anything I can do to help? You shouldn't be wasting your light like that, Nia. Hero, what do you mean? What do you mean wasting it? You don't know? Tyrol. The light isn't free. Like everything, it comes with a price, a hefty one. Particularly for you humans. Every time someone uses their magic, it's fueled by some of their life force. They're literally trading away their life for it. What? That's dark. Nia, you were teaching me magic. Were you gonna tell me this? I swear. I was just looking for the right moment. It's not as bad as Tyrol makes it sound. A simple spell like lighting a fire or making an orb of light is worth minutes of life force. Oh, is that all? Minutes add up, Nia. They become hours, days, weeks, years. That's horrible. Nia, why didn't you tell us? You can't just trade your life away to help us. For what, a stupid fire? The fire spell is nothing, and besides, it's my choice. Is it really, though? As I recall, you didn't have a choice about joining the Temple of Light. You were just a child when they took you in. They exploited you, used you. No, they fostered me, gave me a home, a calling. The light has a great purpose, but it shouldn't be spent so frivolously. It deserves reverence. What, you don't trust her to decide when she's best served using it? I guess I can see your points. Rain, what do you think? I'm not with Mel. She has a choice. She decides to use the fire or not. She decides to use her life force or not. She makes that decision, but then again, she was greatly groomed and mentally and whatnot promoted and premed to this, so she knows no other way. But again, she still has a choice, in a way. She knows it takes her life force. In Tori, you're being used is pretty much Mel, same thing, so just condense those two. I agree with Tyrol, you have to save it, but I also agree with Trap, it is your decision. So it's ultimately her decision. Maybe it wasn't your choice to become a priestess to begin with, but you're clearly very passionate about it. Precisely my point, it is ultimately her choice now. I think you're the best judge of when and how you use your own light, and no one else should tell you otherwise. Nia smiles weakly, Thanks, Rain, but I hate for you all to worry about me. What should I do with it from now on?
You should conserve it. It's up to you, but I think you're better off saving your light and your life force for the challenges to come. It's going to take a lot of work to purify the shards and take down the Shadow Cord. You're right. I'll try to be more careful going forward. Mal stretches and yawns loudly. You're all welcome to continue this riveting, psychological, philosophical debate, but I'm gonna hit the, hay. Me too. The sooner we're back on the road, the better I'll feel. One by one, your friends head off to the rooms they've claimed, scoop up Thrap and cuddle with him on a rug by the fire. But the wind whistles through the dead trees of the Deadwood. Strange howls and cries ring through the night. I can't sleep like this. I feel scared and lonely. Hey, you have Thrap. You leave him alone. You think of your companions in the rooms and about the possibility of visiting one. This is your chance to share an intimate moment with one of your companions and take things to the next level. So I don't know if you guys are looking at these quest names, but the Nia's is the first kiss. This one's the Rogue's Caress. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to click. Tyril's Touch in the arms of an orc. God damn it. Tend to the fire in the lodge. Really, how do you tend to it? Why not? I seem to be a sap for lost causes. I anxiously knock on Leah's door. She cracks it open and leans down. Rain, what are you doing here? Sorry, I couldn't sleep and thought maybe you wouldn't mind the company. Nia smiles warmly at you as she shyly tucks her hair behind her ear. I'd be honored. Come on in. You follow Nia into her room. She doesn't have many belongings, just a few changes of clothes and books from the temple. I would hope not. She literally is walking around with them. Sorry about that argument earlier. We shouldn't have put you on the spot like that. I really was gonna tell you about the light's cost before we did any more magic. I just hadn't had time. Don't worry about it. I just hope the argument didn't upset you. Oh, it's okay. I'm used to it. You are? The light is all but forgotten in the realms these days. No one seems to understand how much it means to me. Nia, what does it mean to you? Oh, I guess it's hard to explain. It's a comforting presence for me. I feel safe knowing that the light is there to guide me and aid me if I need it. And that, with its help, I can help others. That's something I'm really proud of. It's beautiful, Nia. I'm so glad you have that kind of purpose in your life. Using the light, helping others, it makes me feel good. But so does spending time with you. Nia sits on the edge of her bed, glancing at the spot next to her. A nervous tension hangs over the room, dancing in your stomach. Can you, that is to say, if you wanted to, I just... With a laugh, you take a seat on the bed next to her. You don't have to be shy, Nia. I like spending time with you. Oh, I know, it's just... You're so different from the acolytes, different from anyone I've ever met before. Everything is so new to me. The world, the people, the feeling of adventure. I don't really know how to react to it. I second-guess myself all the time because I feel so naive. Nia, you're not the only naive one. Nothing wrong with a little naivete. Are you sure? I feel so out of my depth, like I don't understand the world the same way the rest of you do. You just look at it differently, is all. You haven't let the world wear you down yet. You see the world with so much more wonder than the rest of us. Where we see the bad, you see the good. I don't always manage, but I do try to find the light in every situation. There's a little bit of it everywhere. We need more people like you, Nia. People who teach us to hope, to be kind, to be generous. I, for one, wouldn't change a thing about you. I like you, just the way you are. She smiles brilliantly, like her entire being radiates light. Rain, whatever happens next, wherever this goes, I'm so grateful we crossed paths. The moonlight shines on her hair, making it sparkle. Her eyes meet yours, hesitant, longing. Nia, you look so beautiful. Cheeks burning, Nia looks away. Me? No, I'm... You reach out, gently brushing a strand of hair away from her face, or your knuckles grazing her cheek. You're the most beautiful person I've ever met, inside and out, Nia. The two of you look at each other in pale light, and the air is so charged you can practically feel it. Rain. You lean in and brush a tender kiss to her soft lips. She leans into it, kissing you tenderly, before pulling away fast and clapping a hand to her mouth. Oh! What's wrong? Nothing at all. It's just... She lowers her hand, her face burning, the brightest you've ever seen. I've never done that before. Nia, am I your first kiss? Is that alright? You smile, gently caressing her cheek. It's odd to the touch, and you feel butterflies in your stomach. I should be the one asking you. Is it alright that I kissed you? Her eyes are on your lips, and she nods distractedly. Yes, it is. It's very, very alright. Well, then I'm ecstatic to be your first kiss. She bites her lip, her eyes flitting up to yours and glimmering with mischief. How about a second? Even better. You draw her closer, one hand getting into her hair, the kissing her, deeply grinning as she sighs happily against your mouth. You nibble at her lower lip, drawing a giggle out of her as she wraps her arms around your waist. Better than I imagined. You nuzzle her neck, making her shiver. Imagine kissing me or anyone. You, of course. I've imagined it a few times. You pull her down onto the mattress, press her tightly against you, her body warm and soft. You kiss down her neck, throat, and make your way back up, savoring the way she sighs and curls her fingers around against your back. You taste delicious. His face warms, and she moans softly as you kiss her deeply, pressing against her. So, how many kisses are we up to now? She laughs and brushes her lips to the tip of your nose. That makes 15, I think. I guess I have to stop counting at some point. I know just how to make you lose count. You have her kisses all over her face, making her laugh, and she draws your mouth to hers. You lose yourself in the feel of her lips. As the night wears on, Nia drifts to sleep, lips still close together, her heart thudding next to yours. Go visit someone else's room, spend the night. I'm not a one-night kind of person. Smiling, you nuzzle up against Nia and drift off to sleep. The next morning, you wake up as a pale, watery dawn settles around the forbidding Deadwood. You slide out of bed, careful not to wake Nia, and make your way to the lodge's great hall. Where did we put those dried rations? They're barely edible, but it's better than hunting in these woods. As you dig through your packs, you hear shouts from the forest. Help! Keep your head on straight, you fool! Race to the window to find two well-dressed men running out of the forest. Oh. Someone there! Let us in! Help! Out of the tree line behind them, some creatures large and chittering. Oh. Okay, you look like the things from Mr. Pandaria. What are these terrifying creatures, and who are the strangers they're chasing after? Okay. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below, links to social media, Discord, and if you'd like to support me and my content. I do have noticed, due to a few of the people in my Discord, pointing out the fact that right now, some people are having the option pop up to, if you wish to restart a chapter, you have to be a VIP. Let me know if you encounter this issue. Pretty much, we need to put our foot down with Pixelberry and say no. No, I will not pay for stupid things like this. No other app on this platform or anywhere in Google Play or Apple Store makes you pay literally physical money to restart a chapter. I do not endorse this, and I do not condone this. This is BS. I'm going to go ahead until proven otherwise, until proven factual, assume that it's just a screenshot that's spreading around, and it's just fake news. However, if some of you start telling me that this is actually something that has popped up for you, then I will believe it. But for now, I'm going to just go ahead and take the screenshot as just fake news, because it didn't specifically happen to them. But again, I do not condone it at all. And I don't think Pixelberry... I hope... I know I wanted to say I don't think they would go down that route, but I hope Pixelberry does not. Because then I will protest against this app into the fullest extent of my power. And I encourage all of their content creators to do the same. Because this is wrong to do this to people, period. Let alone to anyone in general. You should not pay to do that. It's very stupid. It really is. Pixelberry, for me, before I get this small rant, already gets their ad revenue, and they do not give diamonds. I don't know how many people I spoke to. They go, you know, hey, let's watch that ad at the end of a chapter, and 90% of the time, it doesn't go through to them. However, because the ad went through, they still get paid because the person's still got their click revenue. They still got their click. It's just like watching an ad on YouTube or whatnot. As long as you watch, you know, those few seconds before skipping the ad, technically it does still count. So Pixelberry is still getting paid from the people that put ads on their store. If Pixelberry wants to go down this route, that is actually highly illegal, and they will lose funding. And I will make sure that everybody from A to Z knows what they're doing. But until then, you guys already know my stance on the whole diamond situation. So, yeah, thanks for watching. You know what to do. It's on the screen. Please do so, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.